Ready to open the hood? Usetool for the tutorials.
And for car parts, the right idea is the Mr. Auto app.
You will find the bulk brake discs and pads used in the video exclusively on the Mr. Auto website and through the link in the description. Turn your engine off, pull up the handbrake, pull on the bonnet release lever, and open the bonnet. Open the brake fluid reservoir. Loosen the stud bolts on the front wheels. To change the discs and brake pads on your vehicle, you'll need to remove the wheels to gain full access. Lift the front of the vehicle. Place the vehicle on the axle stands. We strongly suggest watching our tutorial, Raising Your Astra case safely, before carrying out this step. You will then be able to take off the wheels. Don't forget to slide them under the vehicle. Turn the disc outwards. This will facilitate the process. Insert a flathead screwdriver to the outer extremity of the oblong hole located on the front of the brake caliper. Lift it off using the screwdriver as a lever by pulling it towards you. This will then push the piston in. Using a flathead screwdriver, lift the holding spring on the pads, then take it out. Make sure you keep a finger on the spring during the operation to avoid it jumping out. Using a thin flathead screwdriver, remove the caps covering the slide pins. Using a socket wrench, a socket bit, and a 7mm Allen bit, undo the two slide pins. Finish unscrewing by hand. You can now remove the caliper and set it down. You can now remove the pads. Tips: attach a piece of electrical cable or a piece of string to one of the coils on the suspension spring. To avoid damaging the brake hose, attach it to the suspension using the cable you have already attached. To unblock the disc, insert a thin, flat head screwdriver that can slip in between the two sides of the disc. You have to insert it in front of the brake caliper mount so that it butts up against the latter. Using a T30 Torx socket, release the screw that holds the disc. Using a 21mm spanner, unscrew the two holding screws on the brake caliper mount. Depending on the state of the bolts on the brake caliper mount, it may be necessary to use a hammer to loosen them. Finish unscrewing by hand. Take off the brake caliper mount.
Okay, guys, if we can share this video with you and help you save a lot of money, is also thanks to our partner, Mr. Auto. So, if you want to support us and buy the part for this operation, visit their website. Okay, back to work.
Using a wire brush, clean the brake caliper mount around the area where the pads will be placed. This will facilitate their installation. Finish by removing the screw that fastens the disc on so you can completely take it off. Finally, remove the disc. You can use a hammer to help you. Clean the hub with a wire brush. You will find the bulk parts and products used in the video on the Mr. Auto site and in the link in the description. Take the new brake disc. Before installing the new disc, it is vital to clean it using brake cleaner and paper towels to take off the storage paraffin. If your new disc is painted, you can place it directly onto the wheel hub. Install the new disc and screw the fastening screw back on tight. Reassemble the brake caliper mount once again, starting the screwing process by hand and finishing with a 21mm spanner to fix them in place. Finish off the tightening with a Torx wrench. Take the new brake pads, coat the end of the new pads with copper grease. Reposition the pad with the wear indicator on the caliper mount. Then release the caliper mount and put the pad in place on the piston side of the brake caliper. Put the brake caliper back in place and screw in the slide pins. Finish off the tightening with a torque wrench. Put the caps back in place, clipping them in as you do so. Put the holding springs of the pads back in place. You can use a hammer to help you. Ask someone to press the brake pedal. Tighten the disc retaining screw. You can now repeat the operation on the other side. Put the wheels of your vehicle back on. And lower it to the ground. Close the brake fluid reservoir. Be careful. Before using your vehicle again, start your car and pump the brake pedal a few times to bring the brake pads together again. Try to drive smoothly and avoid sudden braking for the first 50 kilometers or so to avoid glazing the new pads. Operation completed.